We can mix that up too while we're at it. Baking soda can be kind of fickle. I've been saying that a lot this video, hadn't I? By fickle, I mean it's baking soda. It will absorb a lot of flavors, scents, different things floating around that you don't really want. So you want to make sure it's in a cool, dry place. This is great to help freshen up your fridge, freezer. That's why they have little dates on here. Not just because, you know, hey, when was the last time you bought baking soda, but that's why. Have it in your spice cabinet, or with spices, just have it sitting out. It might pick up those flavors, or scents. It'll flavor it, and that doesn't quite make good eats. Now, on the box, it suggests to buy a brand new one, or, you know, have it contained a little bit better every time you're going to make something. Okay, I cleaned up just a little bit of my mess, so I didn't have too much to have to worry about. Now we're going to get to the flour. Sorry about that, little vibration going on. Little thump, thump, thump. Now flour you never want to pack in, so I use my little cake, little icing thing here to smooth it out. That's pretty nifty. This one's going to be a little more fun because I didn't clean it out. Flour you never want to pack because it's flour. Maybe not even want to do that. Guess I'm going to dirty up another bowl. On my try, I'm trying to not dirty up dishes, and I'm doing it anyway. Only reason why I did that was because this still has some of the butter flavor Crisco in it. This doesn't seem to be doing me a whole lot of good. Otherwise, I would do it like right over the top of the flour, like I did with the smaller one. You never want to save any of the flour that you do if you're using this. Do your best not to tap it, but I did a little bit. Hey, I'm making a mess. That's okay. Messes are acceptable. Just gonna take this and wipe our surface down. Now this can have a twofold process. It really depends on how you want to make your cookies. I myself will have them kind of in a ballish shape. Ball-like shape here. Other people may want to actually use the flour and roll it out. Use cookie cutters. It all depends on what you want to do, what you're comfortable with. With the dough, yeah, you could. After the dough's all mixed up, you could turn around and roll it out and use cookie cutters and put the chocolate chips and that on there. But we're just gonna put the chocolate chips in after we mix it all up. Now don't worry, this is gonna just take a little bit to get it all mixed in. After all you did, just put 2 1/4 cups of flour into this. You could probably do it a little at a time, which would probably be a little bit easier, probably more recommended. And at any given point, you feel it start to thicken too much, you can just use your arms or your hands. You can use both to mix the dough up. Sometimes the spoon's not going to get every little bit. You can see it's starting to thicken up quite a bit here. Here we go, using the hands again. This is called kneading. It's not necessary to do, because if you're using a mixer, that might be a little bit better. I'm not using my hands, using my own willpower. It's actually kind of sticky tonight. That's okay. That just means it's good cookie dough. Okay, so I have my pan here. I put the chocolate chips in with the peanut butter chips. We're going to give this a quick spray. I don't know if you call that lightly spraying. That's lightly spraying for me. What you're going to do is you're going to take the cookie dough, and kind of form it into a bit of a ball. That's how I do it. Not too big. You don't want them too big. You don't want them too small. Maybe you do. Maybe you want them bite-sized. That's fine too. The only reason why I talk about, doing this stuff with your kids, or if you're a child, to do it, do it with an adult, it's because when I was a kid, my mom would always have me bake with her. So this is kind of nostalgia for me. And then, on top of that, if she didn't know how to do something, or, I just love to bake or cook, whatever, then I would go online to look up recipes, or I would watch TV. I'd watch Food Network or whatever would have a cooking show on there. Because I love food. And then get some recipes from there too. It also helped that when I was in high school, I took a class called Food Nutrition. It was my basically home ec class for cooking. And that was pretty fun. We also had a home ec class, which I took that too. I don't think I learned as much from that class as I did the cooking class, but like I said, a lot of things you learn on your own. But yeah, I highly suggest it if you're into the whole cooking aspect. You want to learn how to cook. Find places that'll do that. Find places that'll teach you how to cook. And if they don't teach you how to cook, look it up online, like you are now. Or take a class in it. Read a cookbook. Find out what they're talking about, I mean, nowadays the internet is so easy to use. Just look it up. I mean, that's what I always did. I didn't have the internet, but I used cookbooks. I looked at cookbooks. I looked at different places that had different recipes, like I said. I was just a kid. Like I said, though, my mom would always have me help her bake, especially around Christmas time. Which this is after Christmas, but I mean, this is good for any old time. Shoot. These are cookies. Cookies are good anytime. Alright, so I have that. That's going to go in the oven for about 9 to 10 minutes, give or take. Depends on how your oven works. And if you are a kid and you're learning how to do this, do it with an adult supervision. If you have an oven, make sure that they're around. I don't want anybody to get hurt. So we'll see what these look like in just a few minutes. Weather update. It's actually snowing. For once, it's actually snowing. Yay! I love it. Look at all the snow on the ground. It's so awesome. This is my backyard. Alright, bye. Okay, this is a big major test for my little camera. Take a look at this. This is like not pitch black out here, but I mean there's like really no lighting. You could totally see it as if I'm seeing it. This is so cool. You can't quite see the snow. You can see the snow in the lights, but you can't see it falling, but this is awesome. I love it. I love this little camera. Yeah, it's trying to focus. There we go. It's awesome. Alright, back to baking. Alright, so here are the chocolate and peanut butter chip cookies. As you can see, they're a little more puffy, and they do get a little crispy on the bottom. And the reason being is you never grease the cookie sheets. I keep forgetting not to grease them, and so I grease them anyway. But if you don't grease them, then they're supposed to actually just come right off because you have the butter flavor Crisco or you have the butter. That's supposed to be the acting agent to help you get them off the sheet. Oh well. So they're a little crispy on the bottom. They're not that bad. I still have a little bit more in there I could use. I could probably get another 9 or 10 cookies out of that. But here they are. Okay guys, well happy baking and I wish y'all the best of luck.